Hey everyone, we're back and it's time to finish up the remote isle and finish up the first part of the game too. We're headed into the Bewilder Bird Habitat. And once we complete this habitat, that will mark the end of the main section of the game. There is a lot more post-game content to get through. We'll be doing that next. But first, let's get through the Bewilder Bird Habitat. And before heading into the stage and getting started, there is another little cutscene here that we have to watch. Yep, Kamek and Bowser Jr. are back again to antagonize Yoshi some more, so let's sit back and let them do their thing, and then we'll get the stage started. Okay, so the main creature in this stage is, of course, the Bewilder Bird. And this guy has a very cool and unique ability. He can transform into any of the other creatures that we found in the other habitats. And we will be using this shape-shifting ability to our advantage to complete many discoveries in the stage. And you can shift into many different creatures to complete these discoveries, so there isn't just one way to complete them. And we're going to show you the way that we did it with the creatures we chose that we felt were the most practical for the discoveries. Okay, hope you got all that. Let's get started. So for this first discovery, just open up the index and pick any creature that you want to transform the Bewilder Bird into. And we will go with the Nep-Enut first. And now with the Nep-Enut selected, when we hit the Y button, the Bewilder Bird will transform into a gigantic Nep-Enut, which will complete this discovery, and there are other gigantic creatures that you can select to complete this too. Doesn't just have to be a Nep-Enut. And then we can hop on top of him and get up to the top of the waterfall. Next up, let's try and eat the Bewilder Bird and see what it tastes like. Well, it's savory, juicy, and packed with flavor, so I guess that means it tastes good. Okay, let's switch creatures now and go get Smiley Flower number 1. And we're going to choose the Jetty Jelly. And this Jetty Jelly can easily take us up to the next section of the waterfall. And then if we launch ourselves out of the lake and start flying up, we will find the flower. We can also use our Jetty Jelly to complete another discovery, scattering leaves. And there is one more discovery that we can complete too, and that is to swat a golden bug. Yep, our Jetty Jelly is putting in some work here. And now it's time to get Smiley Flower number 3, and we should tell you about a little hack here. It's not that big of a deal, but it does work. You can switch in and out of the Jetty Jelly to refill it. Yep, just select another creature and then swap back to your Jetty Jelly and it will be filled again. You don't have to go down to the lake to refill it. Now let's go get another Smiley Flower first. Let's swap over to the Castaway. And then we just need to fish this winged cloud out of the water. And let's keep this Smiley Flower train rolling. We have another one to get. We'll use 2 creatures to get this one. First, we'll use the Bewildered to swim underwater, and then we're going to swap over to the Hogger and then dig our way to the flower. And there is yet another Smiley Flower to get, and again we're going to use the Bewildered to swim underwater, and this time we're going to use a giant lunge fish to smash a statue apart to reveal the Smiley Flower. Okay, for this next discovery, we just need to pick a small creature to transform into. We're going to go with the bunch of bees.
Missy Elia.
Okay, for this next one, you can complete it just by transforming into a different creature 10 times.
Linda. Asterai.
And we are back to collecting Smiley Flowers again, and this time we're going to use a combination of the Hogger and a little Mouser to get this one. So first, let's head over to the beach and start digging underground with our Hogger. And then over on the right, we can see the Smiley Flower, and we can use a little Mouser to crawl through that little narrow opening to get the flower and bring it back to us.
Lantila.
Okay, next up we're going to crack a nut, and first we're going to use a Glubbit to give us some bubbles that we can use to float up high enough to get on top of the nut and knock it down off the tree. And to crack the nut open, we're going to use a Behedger to do that. So we will select the Behedger, and then we're going to hop back down into the water and push the nut back over to the beach. And now that we have rolled the nut up onto the beach, we can use our Behedger to crack it open. Okay, now we have completed all of the individual discoveries in the stage except for one, and that one is to face off against, yep, you guessed it, Bowser Jr. in a little mini boss battle. And we can show you a very easy way to complete this battle by using Hogger for the majority of the fight. And first we'll watch a little cutscene here where Kamek will turn Bowser Jr. into a giant Bowser Jr. Yep, this is very familiar if you played the other Yoshi games. Almost every boss battle encounter at the end with Bowser Jr. involves him getting turned into a giant version of himself, and this game is no different. But unlike Yoshi's Crafted World, Bowser Jr. does not have many special abilities. No, this fight is really straightforward, and again, if you use Hogger for most of the fight, you will have no problem doing it. It's really, really easy.
Elam. Yari Biula.
Yep, and there we go. Not much trouble at all, especially using Hogger to just keep bashing Bowser Jr. until he is defeated. And with that, we are at the end of the main part of the game, but like we said in the beginning of this guide, there is a ton of post-game content, and we will be doing guides for all of that too, so don't worry, they'll be coming up soon. But we are done with the main part of the game now, and there is a little cutscene here at the end and then a credit scene to follow. We have included them in this video if you want to see them, but this does bring us to the end of our guide, so we do hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. We'd really appreciate the support, and it does help our channel grow. So that is a wrap for this guide. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you at the next stage.
Jetty. Lunge. Tommy. Yoshi, Ali? Dorima? Tibatia? Nukri. Tu uvang sedang. Jio mua babu. Bitanik igria. Lo Jelsia Ali. Ini Atula. Lucia Midajieng. Ui Hualung. Dali Yoshi. Pau Meleyu I Lomoa. Yoshi Opuse. Yari Desnoleno Yoshi.
Huh?